We're Candace
and Tanya. We're sisters, we're moms, we're wives.
and we're from the True North, strong and free.
And we're letting you in on our real life experiences, struggles, weirdness, finding the funny in the random every day.
And those moments that make you shake your head. We all have them. Those moments that make you say, honest to God.
Honest to God!
Hey guys, what is up, potty people? Welcome back. I'm Candace.
I'm Tanya.
And we are your hosts of the Honest to God podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks
heck
for
yeah.
tuning in. Heckle yeah.
Heckle yeah. We're back from an unintentional
Yeah.
3-week break. We're sorry.
Yeah. We've missed you. We're back.
Yeah, you know what? I was away. We don't want to make excuses, but we're going to make an excuse for a second. I was away and then...
I was away and of course kids take up my whole life. So I was, running kids here and there and baseball and working and cadets and all kinds of stuff that takes up my time. And plus we were away and so before we knew it, we were just trying to set up a time we could get together and it was just not happening.
I know. So we're sorry, but we're back. That was not intentional, but we promise to do better.
We don't want to neglect our product people.
No, we're going to be committed to our episodes. Yes, we had a little spring break. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands right now. You guys can't see that.
Anyway.
Do you know what I realized the other day?
What?
I came to the realization that a latte is not my drink.
What is your drink?
I always order a latte and I get upset a lot of the times that they don't make it right or they don't put enough ice in it. But I realized that I like a flat white better than a latte because it's essentially the same thing, but I think it's less milk. So my problem is that I feel like sometimes they put too much milk in. If they don't put enough ice, then they put too much milk, and then it just tastes like flavored milk.
Exactly.
I want it to taste like espresso.
So this whole time you've been drinking the wrong drink.
Yeah.
Your whole life has been a lie.
I've been angry at baristas all over Canada.
They should tell you. They
all
should
over
know.
Ontario.
They should know.
Because I've been ordering the wrong beverage. So we're sitting here with coffees. Speaking of coffees.
Gulp break.
Sorry, I had to take a drink of that. And yeah, we're going to talk about a little bit of randomness today, talk about what we've been up to. And do you want to maybe give them a sneak peek into what's coming? Because we're going to dive into season 2 soon.
Yes, we are. What is up our sleeves?
Yeah, so we're on season 1 right now, and I know that we've mentioned before that we're going to start talking about things that are maybe a little bit more personal, but it's coming sooner than later. So we just want to let you know that it's on our minds, and it's coming very soon. We want to end our season 1 and start into our season 2, and we're gonna start off with some stories that I think that neither of us, well, I know for me anyways, I didn't think that I would ever openly talk about some of the experiences that I've been through, but it's been pressing on me that I feel like I need to, and it's important for me to share them.
I'm kind of nervous about it. I'm not going to lie.
I am. Just talking about it's making my heart race.
I'm kind of scared.
I'm really nervous, but like I said, I feel like something in me has been telling me that it's time to talk about it because I feel like it will help more people, and it's important to share our experiences, and I think even more so it's important for me to talk about it.
If going through hard times are for nothing else, it's for being able to share them so other people can know that they're not alone in the things that they go through, and to comfort somebody else, to tell them, I've been there.
Exactly.
I can relate, and I don't know, maybe help somebody through some things, or
that's the beautiful thing
maybe
about
some
this
things
podcast.
that people are afraid to talk about, or they're ashamed to talk about, or things that you're like, you're not the only one. We've been there too. Vulnerability is scary.
It's freaking scary.
It's freaking scary.
Yeah, I'm nervous about it, but I think I'm ready. think I'm ready. So that's what's coming, potty people. Just gonna drop that little tidbit of a bombshell there, and now we're gonna make you wait.
Get your lobes ready, because honest to God, it's gonna get real.
Yeah, we have a couple more episodes for season 1, and then we're gonna put out a trailer for our season 2, and then we're gonna start season 2 within the next probably month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. Oh my God.
Oh, that's scary.
Oh my God. Anyways, different topic. I've been writing down things I want to talk about because I forget what I want to talk about.
That's a good idea.
But actually, speaking of forgetting what we want to talk about, the other day I was home and I was thinking about something, and I thought to myself, "Oh my gosh, I want to talk about that on the podcast. That would be great." I was like, I should write that down. And then I thought to myself, nah, there's no way I'll forget this. I have been friggin' racking my brain all day today trying to think of what it was that I wanted to talk about.
That.
I cannot for the life of me. Like, I even went so far this morning to recreate what I was doing at the time that I remember thinking of this. Nothing.
You know, that happens to me when I forget to write down on my calendar the day I got my period. And I'm thinking, I won't forget because I was doing this and it was like so inconvenient that I had my period that day. I won't forget. And then, a few weeks later, I'm thinking, oh crap, I forgot. What day was that? No idea. Cannot recall at all. And then my whole schedule, I have no idea when my period is coming or going. Just write it down when you're thinking about it, because if you think, I won't forget, yes, you will.
Speaking of periods, I was listening to another podcast the other day. Maybe our potty people listen to this other podcast too. When the girl said she named her period Karen. Because Karen, whenever you come across like a troll on social media, they always seem to be named Karen. So
she's
she
the
named
period.
her period Karen because she's like, I hate her. I hate when she comes.
That's hilarious.
Anyways,
I call her Aunt Flo.
Aunt Flo, yeah.
I've heard that before
too.
somewhere. I'll use that, Karen.
Go away, Karen.
You know what? I should call it Susan because that's my other personality.
Oh my God, that was the other name. She said all the trolls are either Karen or Susan.
Well, Susan is my other personality's name.
Really?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
It has been for years. I don't even know why, but Andy even teases me. It's like, who am I dealing with right now? Candace or Susan?
Or Susan.
So I feel like Susan comes out when I'm on my periods.
Oh my God.
My period's name is now Susan.
Okay, I feel behind
Move
the ball
over,
here.
Aunt Flo.
I don't have a period name. If you're Susan, I'll be Karen too then.
All right.
Do you know what I've been thinking of doing?
What?
Do you remember how we had eraser collections?
Yes, and our bare glass jars from peanut. It was like a peanut butter jar in the shape of a bear.
Yeah, we.
Oh my God! Yeah,
these clear glass jars to collect our erasers. We had a big eraser collection, not just like regular erasers, like cool
fun shapes of things.
Yeah,
yeah.
So I keep seeing them everywhere, like cool erasers lately.
Are you gonna start one for Ivy?
I want to. I've been thinking of it.
Oh, that's so
because
cool.
I've been seeing them everywhere, and I was like, you know what? I should do that because me and you had them. And then I was thinking, what happened to them? Our eraser collections.
Our erasers have been erased.
Yeah. Where did they go?
Vanished. I don't know.
Maybe Mom has them somewhere, but I've been seeing them everywhere. In Chapters has a ton of them.
That's cool.
You know, they have that random section like near the cashier where they got like random little things. They have lots of different, like they have hamburger shaped erasers, macaroon shaped erasers.
That's cool. Have to try and find a bear jar too. That would be like going
vintage.
Way back, play back.
I literally just pulled out my phone to be like, oh, where could I find a bear jar? Not now, Tanya. So I went to Florida for 5 days, and I left Ivy for 5 days, first time ever.
Oh my gosh.
She stayed with her dad.
How hard was that?
I cried in the airport.
Aww.
And then, I actually, so what happened, let me tell you a story about what happened the morning that we left. So our flight left at 9:30, and we had to leave to get to the airport at like 6 a.m. So Ivy was still sleeping, and I was really hoping that she would still be sleeping when I left, because it would have made it harder for me to leave.
Yeah.
Probably harder for her, because she doesn't like to see me
leaving. Yeah.
So anyways, I'm about to leave, and Mitch turns on the TV and tries to turn on Netflix, and Mitch asked me if I could sign into the Netflix. So I try to sign into Netflix. It says that there's no Netflix account with that email address. So I was like, okay, that's weird. So I pull up my email. Sure enough, I have an email from Netflix saying that my email has been changed on my Netflix account. So I was like, freaking hell, my Netflix has been hacked.
Honest to God!
Oh, for crack's sakes.
So I'm trying to get out the door to go to the airport, but I don't want to leave him without Netflix for 5 days.
Oh
so I call Netflix and trying to deal with that on the phone anyways. My ride arrived and Ivy woke up. She started crying. I'm still on the phone with this Netflix
it's a scene.
lady.
Oh my God.
So I ended up leaving in like a rush because I'm still on the phone with this girl at Netflix. Ivy's crying and I don't want her to see me. And then my ride is outside. So I ran out in such a hurry. All of this to say that I didn't really have time to think about leaving. I just kind of like left in a rush.
Yeah.
And then once I got to the airport, we like checked our bags, got through security. And then I called Mitch. And I was just asking, like, what she was doing, and I think she was watching cartoons or whatever, and then after I got off the phone with him, I was like, I started bawling. I sat down with the girls at the table and started crying, but then as soon as I got that cry out, I felt much better. I was like, okay, I just needed to get that, like, good cry out.
Yes.
And then later that day, once we actually got to Florida, I FaceTimed her, and she didn't even really give me the time of day. She was busy playing, so that just made me feel better that she wasn't missing me too bad. She was just like, she was having fun with Daddy and everything. And then by the time I got home, she was happy to see me, but it was cool to see like how that much time together spent with her and Mitch, like 5 days straight together. Mitch stayed home from work, he was with her, and so they never get to spend like that much consecutive time together, obviously, because he has to go to work every day. And on the weekends when he's home and I'm there, it's just automatic for her to run to me when she needs something, right? So when I'm not there, there's no one there but Daddy. Yeah. And Mitch said that he was calling her Mama all weekend.
She was calling him Mama?
Yeah. Yeah, so he's like, no, it's Daddy. I was like, well, Mama was gone, so you were the Mama.
Yeah.
But I've noticed since then, she runs to him a lot more now for things. Like, it's not only just me.
Nice. They had such a nice bonding time.
Yeah, so it's cool. Like, I think that it really did help them to bond so much more. So. Yeah. Aww. Yeah, that was my... And then we left the next weekend. Can't talk. Meet me. Next weekend, me and you and Mom went to Niagara. Yeah. So then I left her for like another 2 days. So my heart just couldn't take it out. I'm not leaving her for like a year now. That was enough for me.
But you know what? That is what we're kind of talking about today. So we're talking about...
Long intro.
Hey, our intros are what they are. That it's important though, right? And that's why we're going to talk about it today, because you have to be able to take that time. Yeah. So we're going to talk about taking time for you and taking time for family and how to balance that. So what do you say, Tam?
I say...
Let's
get guys, we're rusty.
What do you say, Ted?
I say
hashtag let's get this party started.
Honest to God.
Oh man.
Okay, we're never taking 2 weeks off again.
I know.
We can't even do our own
Whose
hashtag.
podcast even is this?
Who even are we?
Honest to God. All right, so I, for one, cannot live without taking my time away. I will go insane and probably kill people.
I was starting to go insane, I feel like.
Yeah.
I really was.
Like for the safety of my family.
Yeah.
I need to remove myself at times.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think, like, I don't know, maybe I'm the only mom that feels like this. I'm like, how can I love my kids so much 1 second and the next second, get the hell out of my house?
You are not. I cannot live with you, and I cannot live without you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I know. Exactly. I literally cannot remember what life was like, or in my mind now, I'm like, how the crap did I ever live in a world where she was not here yet? Like, she literally did not exist yet. And now it's like...
Your world revolves around her, so...
Which is also mind-blowing. Is it not insane that we created a human?
I know.
Humans?
Created this life.
Yeah.
This whole new person.
Sounded
We're
weird.
machines.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a side note.
Yeah. Ooh, we can do.
But yeah, it's important. And Ivy's almost 2.5. And like I said, I went to Florida for 5 days. That's the longest I've ever been away from her. But until that trip a couple weeks ago, the longest that I'd ever not seen her was 36 hours, like a day and a half.
Yeah.
So I was really
That was tough.
due for a break.
Yeah.
Like, it was hard to be away from her, but I was also like, I know that I need to do this for myself.
Yeah,
like, it's important
definitely.
for me to do this. And
Even though
Yeah.
we're moms, we're still women
yeah,
with friends
Yeah.
and husbands, and we
Mhm.
want to go and have fun. We want to take some
Yeah.
time for me. I'm not always in a messy bun and greasy hair and
yeah, yeah, exactly.
and just try to find a clean pair of underwear.
Yeah.
There are times where I look half decent and I want to go out and have fun
Yeah.
and not be a mom and not worry about mom duties. I just want to be Candace.
And you know what? My idea of a good time a lot of times is just, I love to be by myself. I just want to be by myself.
That's important too.
Like, I literally, I don't think I have ever been home alone. I have not been home alone for a day or even like half a day since Ivy was born. So my husband Mitch works a lot. So I was home by myself all the time before.
Mhm.
But I loved it because I like being alone.
That was your time to,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
crazy to me to think that literally I have not had that in,
You haven't had
couple
any
years.
time like just to yourself to be
Yes.
alone in 2.5 years?
yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Maybe you need a vacation by yourself.
Yeah, I
you need
know.
to go somewhere. You need to go to like
I
a
know.
spa or St. Anne's spa
Yeah.
or something like that by yourself to just have quiet time.
Yeah, like I'm never just home by myself. I'm never just like alone with my thoughts. I'm like trying to calm a tantruming 2-year-old.
And you know what's
child.
weird is I never used to be that way. Like I would
Mhm.
be, if I had a day like to myself, like, oh my God, I have to do something. I have to go somewhere.
Yeah.
I got to do something. I didn't like just being, idle and not having plans.
Yeah.
But now I'm totally like, oh my God, I have
Mhm.
a quiet house, or I have an opportunity to, go do some running errands by myself.
Mhm.
I never would have wanted to do that before, but
Yeah.
now it's like, it's just so nice to just be able to, crank the tunes and
Yes.
sing at the top of my lungs with nobody else with me.
Exactly.
Or not, or just have complete silence,
I want to crank the tunes without a DVD player playing in the backseat
Yeah. Yeah.
for my toddler.
Speaking of cranking the tunes,
Yeah.
Andy and I decided we were going out. We had to take some us time the other
Mhm.
night.
Yeah.
And this is one of the nice things about having teenagers
Yeah.
is that it's like, you're good. We're going out for a while.
Yes.
You
That
know?
is so nice.
So
Now you get to
We-
point and laugh at everyone with the little kids and be like,
Yeah.
ha ha, been there, done that.
We're like,
Your
okay, peace
turn.
out. We're going out,
Yeah.
guys. So we went out to our local pub and it was karaoke night.
Mm.
So I become like a different person. I don't know who that chick is that comes out, but I am like a hometown karaoke queen.
I'll tell you who it's not. It's not Susan.
Yeah.
It's not Susan.
Oh man, but
It's
we had a
Shanae
blast. Shanae, exactly. But we had a blast. Like we were
Yeah.
rocking the karaoke tunes. We
It's
were like,
amazing.
high-fiving all our hometown strangers that we
Hometown strangers.
yeah, that we just met that night in the bar. We had just made a whole bunch of friends. We just had a blast. We had so much fun. I think that's important too. You have to
It
go
is.
out, let loose, have some fun.
Yeah.
Whether it be with your girlfriends or with your husband. Just go
Mhm.
out and have some fun.
Yeah.
Make a fool of yourself.
I said that to Mitch the other day that we need to go out and even just have a date night because we haven't done that in like so long. Now I just don't want to leave Ivy because I was away from her. I was essentially away from her for a full week over the course of like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that was a lot for me.
But so I think as much as it's important to take time away from the kids, it's also important to take time with the kids away
Mhm.
from the regular routine of life and responsibilities and chores and school and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Like we took for the first time we took 2 of our kids, Jake and Chloe. We went to Cuba a few months ago.
Yeah, you guys did.
Our other 2 older children weren't with us because they were on a cruise with their mom. That was the vacation that they were on. So they weren't with us on this particular one. So, but we have taken them, obviously we've taken trips all together, but this particular one was the four of us, Andy and I and Jake and Chloe. We went to Cuba, and it was so important for us because we were getting to that point where it's like we were just at each other all the time.
Yeah.
Like it was just constant bickering and everything, you know, life in a house with two teenagers.
Yeah.
And when, you know, schedules are hectic and jobs are stressful and stuff like that, it just, you know.
Yeah.
So it was important for us to say, okay, we need to just remove ourselves from the stress and responsibilities and all that stuff. Let's just go have some fun. We don't have to worry about anything, the responsibilities. Let's just go have some fun together. So that was really nice. That was important for us to do as well. Just as important as taking time away is spending time together outside of
fun in a different climate.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be anything as elaborate as a vacation or a trip. It could be just go for a hike or go for a picnic or
there's something out of the norm.
Yeah, something out of the routine and something that shows quality time. You guys matter. Time with you matters. It's not just, you know, day in, day out responsibilities. This is what's expected of you. Do it or get in trouble.
Yeah.
Time just away together. Just have fun.
That's what we did this weekend. Right now, it's Monday of the Canada Victoria Day long weekend.
May long weekend. Yeah.
It's Monday, the 20th of May today, but we just got back yesterday, but me, Mitch, and Ivy went to Niagara Falls for the weekend.
Love Niagara Falls.
Yeah, so not far, but it's just something out of the norm. So instead of, we could have gone elsewhere too and spent time with friends, but we've just felt that it was important for the three of us to go away together because I've been away and Mitch is really busy with work and we just haven't had time to really just spend the three of us as a...
reconnect as a family. Yeah. And just be together. Yeah,
so we decided to do that and it was just so nice. Ivy was so excited.
Aww.
If we didn't leave the hotel room, she would have had a friggin' blast. Like, she had so much fun there. But it's, too, just, even if you don't even do much, it's just being somewhere else and not having to think about, okay, we're sitting here watching TV, but I know that there's dirty dishes in the kitchen. I know that the bathroom needs to be cleaned. I know that there's laundry. Like, if I'm home and I'm sitting on the couch watching TV, that's what I'm thinking about. I know I'm sitting here, but I should be doing that.
Yeah.
So it's just so nice.
It's hard to focus on making it quality time when you're still thinking about your responsibilities and other things you should be doing.
Yeah. And just not feeling guilty for just relaxing. Like, I brought my face masks. I brought my house coat. I was like, I'm going to, at night, when Ivy's sleeping, I'm going to do a face mask. I'm going to, like, pamper myself because at home I wouldn't do this. I would just be, like, trying to get Ivy to bed, and then I'd be probably doing some cleaning or doing some editing, or it's like, I'm going to take this time to, like, we're just going to have us time and chill, and it was fun. We just went on long walks every day. Like, we walked down or up Clifton Hill. But I think she's still, like, a little bit young for a lot of... Okay, first of all, like, every other thing on Clifton Hill is a haunted house. So I was like, why do you need this many for a haunted house?
Like one will do.
Yeah, like, every other thing was a haunted something. I was like, freaking hell, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go through that. I'm not bringing Ivy through that. And then some of the things, there was just so much going on that it was just a lot for her. Like, she was like, didn't know where to look, and it just overwhelmed
sensory
her.
overload.
So I think even a lot of the stuff there, she's a little bit too young for, but it was nice to go for a nice walk. And it was beautiful weather, finally.
Perfect.
We never have nice weather when we go to Niagara Falls.
I know, it's always freezing and miserable and raining when we're at Niagara Falls.
We literally have the worst luck. So me, Candace, and Mom go there religiously twice a year.
At least twice, twice a year. At Christmas time shopping.
Yeah, on Black Friday we go.
Yeah. And then in the springtime, because
we go for, like, Mom's birthday usually.
Yeah.
And every weekend, of course, the November one probably isn't going to be nice because
it's November in Canada.
Yeah. But the April one, it's like every year without fail, we have the worst weather. It's freezing. It's raining.
And the weather is so unstable at this time of year. So it's either like, oh my gosh, it's summer today, or it's winter today.
Yes.
Like,
and we always land on the winter
days.
Finally,
it's not fair.
But it was beautiful. We had like the perfect weather. It was so nice. And Ivy got a bubble gun They
Yeah,
were
I
selling,
saw
like,
your
these-
story on Instagram.
She just
Obsessed
wasn't even
with the
looking
bubble
at
gun.
the fall. She was just.
It's like, look, this is the seventh wonder of the
Yeah.
world. Oh, look,
Is
a bubble gun.
Is it one of the seventh wonders?
I think so,
I was
yes.
thinking about that the other day. I was like, oh, I think it's one of the. That's what
The
came to my
seven
mind.
wonders
And
of
I
the
was
world,
like, is
yeah.
it really? And then I went to look it up, and something distracted me because I didn't read through it all.
Yeah.
There's a bubble gun that sings this song that sounds like it's from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah.
It's like it reminded me of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And I've had it stuck in my head for like 2 days now. But intentional family time.
Mm-hmm.
Super important. Even for us, I didn't even realize how much we really needed it until we were there.
Mm-hmm.
And then like until we were home.
You know, one of my favorite things to do is to just go for a drive.
Mm-hmm.
We just
do that
go.
often.
We
which
just
I
go
love.
for a drive, and we stop at chip trucks. We drive with the windows down or the roof
Mhm.
off,
Mm-hmm.
and we stop at yard sales and chip trucks or flea markets or whatever. Or we'll drive to a beach and spend the day, or we'll just drive with no destination and just drive.
I love that.
And it's just so much fun. It's I don't know, one of my most favorite things to do.
Us too. We did that a lot last summer because Ivy was smaller, and it's beautiful because she'll sleep in the car.
Yeah.
And even now, one of like the only ways we can guarantee she'll nap right now is if we put her in the car and then she'll fall asleep.
Yeah.
So we'll go for a nice long drive. But that's always been one of mine and Mitch's favorite things to do since
Yeah.
we've been together is just go for drives. And Mitch is an architect, so he likes to look at
Look
like
at other
different
houses
houses,
and that,
places,
yeah.
and
And it's fun
I
to
like
just
to
go down.
also. It's fun for me.
Yeah,
so
let's go
it's
down
cool.
this road. Let's see where
Mhm.
this road goes. Never been down here
Yeah.
before. Do you remember when we were little? Dad would take us for drives down back roads, and he'd find the roads with the big hills,
Yeah.
and then we'd go really fast over the hills. So
Yeah.
we'd get maybe that's why I like it so much, because Dad used to do that with us all the time. We'd go for drives
I
all the
remember
time, and
that.
he would stop at every park
Mhm.
that we passed, or flea market, or anything like that, yard sales. But I remember we would just go for drives, and he'd stop at every park.
It's
We
so
could get out
fun.
and play, and
Just something about driving.
yeah.
Windows down, feet
Tunes
on the
cranked.
dash,
Yeah.
coffee in hand.
it's
It's just the best. Florida, we had a really nice time. Every day there was calling for rain, and it didn't rain at all. The only day it rained was on the last day, and it started raining as soon as we came inside to start packing. It was wonderful. Do you want to know what I really don't like?
Deeply. I want to know.
Rude people. I don't like rude people.
Oh my gosh. Me and rude people are not friends.
I had a couple experiences when we were in Florida, and the girls saw my native side come out because I got angry at a couple people. Why do people gotta be rude for no reason at all? Can you tell me why?
I don't understand it. I can't tell you why.
Actually, I had a instance happen to me too before we left for Florida. So let me tell you about this one first. I think I told you about this one. But I went to the gym. At the gym, you have to beep in your key card. I'm walking at a normal pace, not walking slow. I get to the front desk. I pull out my keys out of my pocket, and I go to scan my key card to get into the gym. This girl walks in behind me, literally puts her arm in front of me and scans her key card in front of mine. Like, I literally have my key card like in front to scan it, and she swipes in from behind me and scans her key
What?
card in front of mine that is literally sitting right in front, like, and then walked around me and walked in. I was like,
You're just shocked.
yeah, all of a
You're
sudden
just
I had the straightest posture because I'm like, what the crap just happened? I'm looking around all around me. I think I probably like physically walked in a circle to see like, did anyone else just see
Did
that?
that just happen?
Yeah, I was so shocked that I couldn't even say anything. I was just like trying to like, is this reality? It
Some
was
people's kids, I tell you.
yeah, seriously. Speaking of some people's kids, I have another story to tell you too, but I'll continue with the Florida first. So we were shopping in Florida, and we stopped to just grab a drink and grab some appetizers at this little like Mexican place. So I grab a pina colada. The girl brings my pina colada to the table, and sure, everyone knows what a pina colada looks like, but it's like a white,
Slushy
kinda,
yeah.
drink, fluffy looking.
Yeah.
Brings it to the table. It's not even white. It is brown. There is so much rum in it.
Oh my
Like,
God.
it's not even white. It's not frozen. It's like wet, slushy, and it is brown. And
And I'm not a bartender by any means, but I don't think you use brown rum, do you?
I think so. Well, I don't know. They did. So I was like, well, this doesn't look appetizing, but I was like, whatever.
No,
so I go
thank
to
you.
take a sip of it. I can't even drink it. It is so strong. All I taste is rum.
Oh my God.
That's not my drink.
No.
So I bring it out to the bartender. I wasn't rude. I was really nice. It's almost like he looked, like he saw I had a drink in my hand and like stopped and like looked me up and down and was like, can I help you? Like, so first off, so rude. I was like, yeah, I just ordered this drink, and I said, but it's a little bit too strong for my liking. I was about to ask him, can we remake it, or can you just add some more of the frozen pina colada stuff? He cuts me off, and he goes, well, yeah, there's 3 ounces of rum in there. Talking to me as if I'm an idiot.
Oh my God.
I was like, okay, well, can you remake it with less rum? Because
Yeah.
at this point, I talked rude back to him because I was like, excuse me?
Yeah.
I was so fired up when I got back to the table. The girls were just like, what the crap just happened? I was so angry. I'm pretty sure that I said a few things I probably shouldn't have because he just fired me up. I was just taken so off guard that someone can be so rude for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's not like I went up there and was like, this is disgusting.
I'm not attacking you or insulting
No,
your mother. I just wanted you to drink.
All I said was very politely, I said, this is a little too strong for me.
Yeah.
And he just totally cuts me off and was just super rude. So anyways, that was the first instance that I was like, honest to God, what is wrong? Why are people rude for no reason? It was just...
And you just have visions of like flying over the counter at them?
That's all I wanted to do. Like,
I was
eyeing him down the whole rest of the time we were there.
My God. I don't blame you. Before we went to Niagara Falls, I had an argument with that person. First of all, at the sunglass place, I was looking for a specific pair of your Ray-Bans. Yeah. Yes, the Wayfair ones. But the new Wayfair ones are angled. Yeah. Like, very much angled. Yeah. The actual lens part from the arm. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So, I've been looking for a pair that are not angled. Mm-hmm. And so the girl comes and she shows me this Wayfair. She's like, well, here's these ones. They're not really angled. I'm like, yes, they are. It's like, they're completely angled. Yeah. And she's like, well, no, not really. Not that much. I was like, yes, they are. Yeah.
You can ski
I'm
down
like,
that slope.
are you seriously going to argue back and forth with they're angled. I'm looking at them. Like, I'm the customer. If I say they're angled, they're angled. Right?
And there's only like 2 kinds. There's angled and there's not angled. There's not ones that are just slightly. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you're not going to get me by these.
Stop arguing with me. I'm like, and if you think I'm just going to go, yeah, you don't know me, obviously. Why would you? But anyway, my name is Susan, and we're not going, and I'm not going to just let this go. Yeah. So anyways, we literally argued about the fact that they were angled in the store. God. And then I walk out, and I'm like, seriously, what is wrong with people? And then we're at breakfast. Yeah. And what I can't stand is when somebody I'm in customer service, so I know what it's like in customer service and the whole concept of, the customer's always right, blah, 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 to a certain extent. I understand that. Yeah. But you don't blame the customer for something that you should just keep your mouth shut about. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or that could possibly have been your fault. Yeah.
Or is that it's your job to do? And
exactly. Well, she came and there was how many of us? There was 5 of us. Mm-hmm. 5 of us at a big table for breakfast, all women. So we're not, a family with parents and kids and stuff that would obviously probably be on one bill. We were all separate, individual women at this table. Yeah. Well, the waitress brings us our bill, and it's all in one bill. And we're like, oh, no, we need this separate bills. And she's like, oh, well, you need to tell me that ahead of time.
Yeah, we would have.
Like, she was so annoyed with us for not telling her. Yeah. I'm sorry. Anywhere else I've ever been in a situation like this, the server says, is this on one bill today or separate bills? Yeah. You do that so that you know. You don't expect us to tell you, right? Yeah. I'm so angry. I'm like, I'm literally about to throw down right now.
Throw down. Oh, I was going to say, what were you saying before about kids or toddlers or you're saying whose kid is that or something?
Oh yeah, some people's kids.
Yeah, some people's kids. That's my kid right now. Ivy's been going through this phase where she's a legit bully to other kids right now. So a few months ago, or maybe it was during the winter time, we had taken Ivy to the Disney store. It's like her favorite place to be is in the Disney store. She likes to play at the back with the toys. And so we were there one day, and there's this other little girl there playing, and this other little girl was eyeing down Ivy the whole time. And anytime Ivy would pick up any toy, this girl would come right over and swipe it from Ivy's hands. Like, she just had this vendetta out for Ivy. I was just watching her, and she was just burning a hole through Ivy with her eyes and just taking anything that Ivy was holding. And all I was thinking to myself was, what a rude kid. Guys, that's my kid now. Ivy's it's literally Ivy right now, and I feel so bad that I was like judging this other mom. Guys, we had an episode on mom shaming a few, like, months back, but hey, yeah, we're all guilty of it. I, without saying anything out loud, was thinking, like, who the heck's kid is this?
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, that's my kid right now. Ivy's going through a pushing phase. She will push any kid that's her size or smaller that comes anywhere within arm's reach of her. Any kid that is bigger than her, she doesn't touch, and she's fine with. She'll play with it. So any kid that's her size or smaller, it's like if they get in her bubble, she's like, get away. I don't know if she's nervous of if they're going to touch her or take a toy from her or what, but she's just going through this phase right now, and so I'm just trying to teach her, like, no, honey, show nice, let's be gentle.
Oh my gosh.
Let's not push. And so I've literally been, like, researching how to respond to this. Oh, like, we don't hit, we are nice, we're gentle. Anyway, so Ivy's going through this phase, and yeah, she's just pushing kids left, right, and center. And it's stressful.
I'm so proud of you if you can do that, because I was totally that mom. Like, you get over there and say sorry before I whoop your ass.
Yeah, well, I feel like I was doing that at first, and then I was, I don't know, should I be paying more attention to that other kid? Is that other parent annoyed that you don't even care if my child's okay? Like, I don't know. I'm sure they're probably like, yeah, you tell your kid. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think all kids just go through this phase.
Oh, yeah. Chloe was doing that when she was around Ivy's age. She would smack in the face.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she would do it to Andy all the time. She'd smack him in his face. And so for the longest time, we always had to show daddy nice.
Yeah.
That was our thing. Show daddy nice.
Yeah.
So she would have to, like, pet his face.
Yeah.
So he would take her hand and, like, pet his face. And we'd say, show daddy nice.
Yeah.
Stop smacking daddy in the face.
Yeah, I'm like, no, ouchie, you hurt mommy. Like, show nice.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Motherhood is just a constant, never-ending thing of trying to figure out how the crack you're going to handle the inappropriate things that your children are doing. Yeah. I still have conversations with, the vice principal at school and things like that. I'm like, oh my God, she said what?
It's a constant cycling through phases.
I know. Gosh. But you know what? Nonetheless, none of it has any reflection on you as a mother.
Oh, thank God.
I mean, okay, so maybe there are. I mean, if the kid is completely out of control because there's no consequences to anything, that's a different story. You're a bad parent.
Yeah. You're a bad mother. Yeah. Not in a good way.
Yeah. But, I mean, if you're thinking, I can't believe they do this. This is not how you were raised and things like that. That's not on you. That's on them. That's, them trying to figure out how they can push the boundaries. They know it's wrong and they're just trying to push it. Or they're just, I mean, there's a boatload of reasons why kids do the things that they do, but you can't beat yourself up because it's so easy to, like, I mean, when I get a phone call from the vice principal, my very first reaction is always that I'm mortified. Oh my God, I'm embarrassed.
Right.
Like, this is not how she was raised. I can't believe, she's, because the thing with Chloe is she's a sweetheart, but she's got my will and she's got my vocal. Yeah. She feels she's been done wrong. Yeah. So she gets it honestly, but she needs to learn to kind of, learn when it's appropriate and when it is not. But anyways,
they're learning their boundaries.
Maybe that now that I'm talking, maybe it is totally my fault.
I'm talking
scrap
myself in
all
circles,
of that. Scrap everything I just said. Don't take any parenting advice from me whatsoever.
No, they're learning their boundaries and testing their limits. Kind of even like teenagers, toddlers, teenagers. They're trying to, in their own phase and in their own age, they're trying to figure out what they can get away with.
That's everybody in the
young in their own way, right? Yeah,
definitely.
But yeah, it's been a little bit stressful, but the daycare lady at the gym has assured me that it's a phase and all the kids go through it, and don't stop bringing Ivy, keep bringing her. I'm like, okay. So every morning I'm like, how many kids did
Thank you for not blacklisting my child.
Like, so how many kids did she push today? No, but she's actually getting, I've noticed in the past week, she's been a lot better. So I think that the phase is almost coming to an end. And yesterday she was playing with a bunch of kids and she didn't do it. So I was like, oh,
that's good. Progress.
Yeah, she didn't do it. So it's this child, I tell you.
Oh, this life of raising babies.
Raising babies. Anyways, shall we wrap this bad boy up for now?
Wrap a big ass bow on it.
Wrap a big ass bow and go to Mom's house because we're gonna have a barbecue.
BBQ.
So we're gonna see you guys, or you're gonna hear from us soon.
You'll be hearing from us
in our next episode, which will also be out next week because we're gonna have our weekly episodes up from now on.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And who's our guest?
Mama.
Our mama. Mom.
And next week we are having our own flesh and blood mother. Did that make sense?
Our
Having
mama
our mom
in the flesh
on next week. And we have a slew of things that we want to talk about with her. So keep your lobes
percolating.
Because we got a lot coming your way before we dive into our season 2.
You know, we are very lucky because our mom is actually a wealth of wisdom.
She is.
And knowledge, and has a lot to bring to the table for our discussion.
Literally so much so.
Yeah.
So much so that we have to narrow down what we want to talk about in the next episode because we could talk about with so much with her. And we have a lot of people in our family that we could talk about so much with. So we're pretty blessed.
Yeah.
Aren't we?
So we'll start with the mama.
Yeah, with the mom. Are you ready for this jelly? What's our line?
I don't think you can handle all this jelly that I have. I actually have like no jelly.
What are you talking about? Like jam?
Yeah, no, like jelly, like junk.
Oh, in your trunk?
I wish I had more junk in my trunk.
Well, nowadays you can pay for anything.
I know. Wish you could just relocate. You know, take from places and. Well, I wish I had the money to pay for someone to relocate. Anywho.
All right, potty people.
All right, potty peeps, we out.
Until next time.
You'll be hearing from us.
We'll talk to you next time.
If you like what you hear,
tell your friends, tell your family, tell your people that we here.
Okay, bye. Bye.